Your potential, not who you have to play.
Well, I think that goes back to, you know, what are we trying to do in a non-conference game in November? You know, what are we trying to do in a conference game in November or December or January when you're way overmatched? You know, your talent is so much greater than the team you're playing against. Are you mailing it in and just winning because of your talent, or are you actually doing some things that end up benefiting you in March? So I like to think that, generally speaking, it's not always true. Obviously, it's not always true. But generally speaking, I like to think that once you create a certain culture, once you create a certain level of commitment, that your program has a pretty good chance of getting you to the regionals, you know, to win 2 games. Beyond that, you know, if you got the right players and you got a couple, you know, studs that just carry you the rest of the way. But I like to think that your program, the way it's set up, the way you practice, the way you handle yourself during the regular season, puts you in a position to get yourself 2 wins in the NCAA tournament. So maybe that's as much of an explanation as I can come up with, other than we're more talented than the teams we play in the first round.
What about the longevity? Because you look in Carolina, they were #1 overall seed not that long ago, maybe 12 years ago, and they haven't been in the tournament. And you look at Old Dominion, La Tech, you see a lot of teams that were really great, and they can't. So it doesn't last. You guys have been doing this for seems like forever.
Yeah, it is. Obviously, when you cite the examples that you just cited, it's not as easy as we make it look all the time, and it's more difficult than I think the average person out there would suspect. But at the same time, you know, well, you have really good players. You should be able to win a first-round game against a team that's seeded 16th.
Anything else?
So
tomorrow's the 25th anniversary of your last first-round loss. Does that make you feel old?
Wow. Yeah, I know. I think a lot of things have happened in the last 25 years, and I think back when I was sitting up there during the press conference. You know, you think back to your first couple years when you get into the NCAA tournament, and the excitement and the level of anticipation, you know, that goes into when's our game, who are we playing, you know. You would like to be able to hold on to that forever. But unfortunately, as expectations change, things become a little bit more muddied.